This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
Morning, Melbourne.
Bit of a worry in the news there about Cyclone Kirrily. It's a funny name for a cyclone, though. Doesn't it just sound like a girl you went to school with? Like, oi, Kirrily.
I went to school with Kirrily.
Did you, Ben?
She got pregnant in year 10.
Yeah, that sounds like a Kirrily thing.
I mean, I was going to say that.
I had
Does
a
that
Renee.
mean to Kirrily?
I had a Renee that got pregnant in year 10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bit of a Renee thing too.
That's a bit of a Renee thing.
In year 10?
Yeah, year 10.
Yeah.
That's really. Do they?
Oh, yeah, I think they actually
Yeah.
stayed together and the baby's still doing well and stuff. So
I remember-
shouts to Renee if you're listening.
I remember seeing Kirrily walk around like this was outside of high school, probably like, I don't know, 8 years after school, and she had like a child, like not a baby, like a child. I was like, I think that's Kirrily.
See, even now I'm 29, and when I go onto like Facebook and see that someone from my school is now pregnant,
Yeah.
I think, ooh, teen pregnancy.
yeah.
It's not.
Still feels a bit too young.
They're married.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, give us a buzz. 13 24 10. Where did you get the girls out? Where did you get the girls out? Because unfortunately, getting the girls out has gotten Britney Spears in trouble. We know that Brit loves getting her girls out, everything out on Insta recently. Whenever she goes on holiday, she puts little emojis over her body and posts it online. But she's actually now been banned from a hotel in LA because she kept taking her top off in the pool. So she's been kicked out. And she's been a long time customer of theirs. She's been going there for ages, apparently. And now they've said, no, you have been too inappropriate. And people were complaining too much because she was committing bizarre behaviour and stripping off in and by the pool.
Could you imagine being the staff of that hotel having to be the one to kick Britney Spears out? Like, I'm sorry,
or
Miss Spears.
You're there in the kiddie pool and you're like, there's a woman dancing with knives with no top on over there. Oh, that's Britney Spears.
But I didn't think, honestly, if you're at a hotel in LA and you're in the pool and Britney Spears is dancing around topless, are you are you going to go and put a formal complaint, or are people
No,
like, holy shit, it's
you're
Britney
making
Spears?
that a TikTok for sure.
I actually saw someone with the girls out yesterday. Don't want to sound like a creep, but I did. You know, it was like 30 degrees, like nice weather, and then it's like that urban tanning thing where it's like, oh, 30 degrees, and everyone's out tanning.
Yeah.
Barclay Gardens there in Richmond. There was a girl just
On
like
their back?
Oh
Or on
yeah, she was she had like no top on, but she was lying like flat.
Okay, well, that
on
doesn't
a
count,
stomach.
Liam.
Still had the girls out. Oh, still that's like
Oh,
that's
really? No,
Oh,
you just take the back of your bikini off, so you don't get a tan line.
There was no bikini to be seen.
What?
the girls
no,
were
it'd be
out.
on the ground underneath.
Yeah, maybe.
Someone doesn't know how to
Do
tan
you
properly.
also, just back on Britney Spears at the hotel, do you think that like on a second or third warning she would have said, oops, I did it again?
Good one, Ben.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Is my behaviour toxic?
okay.
Do one, Belle, do one.
I'm trying. No. Kylie in Frankston, good morning. You've given us a buzz on 13 24 10. Where'd you get the girls out? Where'd you get yours out?
We were on a party bus for a Hen's Day, and there were about 5 girls lined up, and we all got our boobs and butts out.
Boobs and
Multiple.
butts. Boobs and butts.
Yes.
Out the window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Boobs and
Like,
butts.
Well,
yeah,
hey.
just a good view for all the passengers in other cars.
Was it some doing boobs, some doing butts, or was it boobs then butts?
They're opposite sides. You can't do them both at once.
No, I mean, like, did some opt for boobs, some opt for butts? Or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
that
get
much
you.
detail, Ben.
Oh, we needed all the
I'm trying to
details.
visualise it, Belle.
See, because I want to do this topic and I don't want you guys to be weird about it. Like, I don't want to.
Well, Kylie, just make sure you keep it all above board if you come to our box for Taylor Swift, because you
Yes.
are now in the draw because your voice has been on air, so you could be getting a call back at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
If you would also like to go in the draw, now is the perfect time. You just have to call us and let us know, where did you get the girls out? 13 24 10. 13 24 10. Belle's asked the question this morning, where'd you get the girls out after Britney Spears was banned from her local hotel after getting the girls out too much?
Yeah, she was in the pool getting them out too much. Look, I didn't tell this before, but I did have a scenario on the holiday break where it could have been the same way as Britney Spears.
Oh, you kicked out of a hotel. You're banned from a chain.
Almost. Well, I could have been kicked out of a gig. So I said this on the show end of last year when we actually did this topic, and I said, oh yeah, no, I flush sometimes at gigs, and here we go. I said don't make it weird, Ben. I said don't make it weird. And my mate and I were at the Dom Dolla gig at the Sydney My Music Bowl. So we were down the front and we just both went, this will be a bit of fun. So, Dom Dolla's up there DJing and we flashed. And then, stop it. And then I was literally like, yeah, woo. And then put my top back down. We were like, ha, ha, ha. And then just at that moment, this lovely woman comes up and taps me on the shoulder and she's like, oh my gosh, hi, are you Belle from No for Breakfast?
That family-friendly show.
And she goes, my kids love listening to your show. And I was like, I don't know if she saw, but it was like straight away after. And she's like, yeah, they're like 7 and 10 and they love the show. And I was like,
you're their idol.
Who was the friend?
Macy from here. She's Michelle in Sunbury. Guys, I wanted to make it a safe space, and you're making it.
This is a safe space.
Michelle in Sunbury,
Not if
good
you keep
morning.
saying
13,
Yeah,
24,
hang on.
10.
You're the one with indecent exposure here. You're the one with the charges.
Yeah.
I see you guys get changed all the time. You're always in your undies.
Oh, we
You're
never get
always
the hogs
parading
out.
around
The hogs are
in
never
your
out.
undies going, I've got to film this TikTok in my undies. No, you don't. I've got to go to the Grand Prix and put a skinny
Hey, you know what they
outfit
say?
on.
Get clicks. You know what I mean?
Hey, Michelle, in Sunbury, did you get the girls out?
Yes, there were a few of us. We were coming home from the beach. We used to live at the beach. And there were 4 of us, my 2 sisters, sister-in-law and my auntie, and there was an old man walking towards us. And I don't know what sparked us to do it, but we thought he needed a bit of a smile, so we all flashed the poor man, and he stumbled, almost fell over, and for the rest of the way home, he just kept looking back. I think he was just wondering whether he really saw what he saw.
He looked like he needed a smile. Wow.
Michelle, I've never thought of that. Like, if you see something, you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna make that day.
It's a community service.
It's a work of charity, Michelle.
It's like,
I love that.
Yeah, it's not quite free hugs. It's not the same sort of energy, but, that's nice. Melanie in Melton joins us now. You got the girls out.
I sure did. I was driving to work. My boss was driving, actually, and I was in the passenger seat. Pulled up at a set of lights, and there was a Christian all-boys school bus beside
No,
us.
you didn't, Mel.
I mean, that's problematic.
Well, they had a sign in the window that said, show us your boobs. So
Okay.
I did.
They were still children. They're still, it's a school. You can't do that.
You definitely can't do that.
I love the idea to say it was a Catholics.
Yeah. Ben, can you press the button where we send that call to the AFP? Thank you.
No, thanks for the call, though.
Redirecting you now. Thanks for joining us.
Good luck with that, Mel. Rachel in Derrimut. We're talking about getting the girls out this morning on Nova 100.
Hey, Rach, what's happened there is you got your radio turned up in the background.
We're
Can
going to
hear
send
us,
you to the
Rach?
federal police as well.
Oh, here we go. She's adjusting it now. I can hear it. Rach, you there?
Oh,
no, she's
hung
gone.
up. Sweet. Okay, well, you're technically not in the draw for Taylor Swift, buddy. Never heard your voice. So we just heard our voice on your line and then you hung up. So.
Nelly, ride with me. Don't forget about City Spud.
Oh, you do forget about City Spud.
You really
don't
do.
you? Didn't quite have the Nelly fame. Do you think City Spud's getting royalties still? Do you think that we've just played that? Does City Spud get 2 cents or something like that?
Probably because...
Unless it's owned by Nelly.
Yeah, but if it gives credit, if it gives artists credit, then I think that means that
Yeah, but
it
it depends
does.
on but it just depends on who owns the catalogue.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I didn't realise you ran a music label.
Well, no, I think he's got a
Yeah, here we
good
go.
point.
City Spud on Instagram, 25,000 followers.
There you go.
That's Nelly's brother.
Lavelle Webb's his real name.
Yeah, right.
Obviously Googling him now. Oh, it is Nelly's brother. Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
actually Nelly's
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
Nelly's
yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's nice. It's like he's made it like a family.
Do you think it's
affair.
awkward at like family dinners when like there's Nelly?
And how you going, Spud?
Spud, what have you been up to? yeah, not much.
Just rolling around.
That's so funny. Can you pass the potatoes, Spud? He's literally called Spud. Even like when they chose their names, like, okay, my name's going to be Nelly and I'm going to be a famous rapper. Yeah. Okay, that might. Yeah, and I will be his sidekick, City Spud. You're like, you sure you want to go with that, Lavelle?
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Cara and Ferntree Gully. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, we're well. We're cruising. Let's kick into this quiz. You're already in the draw for Taylor Swift to come to our box because you just got your voice on air. So we're still going to be doing the show tomorrow, okay? So you're just going to keep your phone on. We could be calling you around 8 o'clock. Just a heads up on that one. Because tomorrow is public holiday, obviously, for those who celebrate Australia Day. What is the next public holiday after tomorrow?
Oh, I should have looked at this because I looked at the calendar.
Yeah, it's sooner than you think.
It'll be Easter Sunday.
Oh,
That's what I would have said as well,
it's
Cara.
It's a good guess.
No.
But we get a sneaky one before that.
No, there's Good Friday before that one.
Yeah, well, that's true.
So we're talking...
Well, it's not Easter. Shannon from Sunbury, get Easter out of your head. Between Jan 26 and Easter, what's that other weird one we get?
Good Friday.
No, so I said get rid of Easter. Good Friday is a part of Easter. Daniel, very carefully listen to me. No Easter Monday, no Easter Sunday, nothing to do with the resurrection at all. No chocolate, no bunnies. What is the next public holiday we have after tomorrow?
Labor Day.
Labor Day, yes. I get it. It's a confusing one. It's like, what's that one for again? Like, I get it's like grand final, Melbourne Cup, you sporting things, but Labor Day is like, what?
Hey, I'm not complaining.
No, not at all. You take the day off for sure. Australia's population has finally hit 27 million. Daniel, is there more people in Australia or North Korea?
North Korea.
Wrong. Sorry, Dan.
Do we know? I feel like now I need to know what the population is.
Yeah, Belle can look that one
I'll
up.
get that.
Mel, this should be pretty easy. What has a bigger population? Is it North Korea or Australia? Australia, yeah. You were very quietly
Are you okay, Mel?
unconfident about that. But
Mel,
yes.
are you there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I didn't hear his answer.
Yeah, okay. There
right,
you go.
yeah.
So it was actually kind of tricky still.
You also just sounded a bit sad.
Yeah.
North Korea, 26 million.
Oh, so that's very close.
Okay, well, I had that too. That's cool. Whatever.
Okay, well.
I think Liam just Googled it faster.
Yeah,
No, I had it ready. I was just waiting for the right time, but that's okay.
I think
That's what happens in this biz. You get stepped all over if you don't
I
speak
know.
up.
Mel, I don't know about you, but I feel like I nailed the timing. Like I feel like
Yeah.
any sooner would have been weird, any later would have been too late.
Liam is just dominating Belle this morning.
Can't get a word in. Can't get a word in.
Yes.
Did you want to read the next question?
No, it's fine.
No, I think
Go on, Mel. You should read it.
No, you should read it.
Honestly.
Donald Trump is almost a lock to run for president again, Mel. Can you give us your
best Donald Trump impression.
impersonation?
Sorry, Belle. I just normally do the questions.
Yeah. It's impression.
Too early in the morning. I don't have orange hair.
Mel, I really
Sorry, Mel.
See you, Mel.
worry about Mel's state.
Yeah, her vibe wasn't super high.
That's okay. You're still in the draw, Mel. I'm sure you'd be more excited if you get a call tomorrow for Tay-Tay. Jordan in Melton, can you give us your best Trump?
Morning, guys.
Was that your Trump?
Yeah, I got no idea.
You got no Donald. Okay. All right.
13 24 10. If you want to be a part of the quiz, it'll also get you in the draw to come to our corporate box and see Taylor Swift.
A lot of people can do Trump. Ben in Clifton Hill, can you give us a bit of Trump?
That is fake news.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at least you tried.
Yeah, you tried. You gave it a red hot crack.
2 more questions, Ben.
Also, sorry, can I say, we've gone through a lot of calls this morning. We've still got 2 questions to go. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. There are free phone lines.
Researchers have revealed that dogs like watching TV with humans. What's the name of the movie or a St. Bernard dog that shares its name with a famous music composer?
Beethoven.
It's Beethoven. Bit of a classic. Singing voice for your last one. Happy birthday, Alicia Keys. 43 today. Can you believe it? Can you finish these lyrics?
I be spiked out. I could trip a referee. Tell by my attitude that I most definitely from
New York.
Points for trying, Ben. Points for trying. And you got there. You certainly got there with all the answers.
Yeah.
Are you a Tay-Tay fan yourself?
Yes. More recently.
Okay.
I feel like you're going to try and get the tickets and then maybe sell them.
No, definitely not.
All right. Well, I'm sure there is someone in your life who would die to be in that corporate box. And we are awarding it tomorrow. We do every Friday for everyone who gets on air on our show. So you're in the draw for that, Benny. Also, you get to pick the next song we play.
So, Ben, would you like the Veronicas?
I was losing myself to somebody else, but now I see, yeah.
How about The Offspring?
I was going to say that's not even a hard question, but it actually is. We'll go to Variety Tuesday.
Alrighty, man. Well, maybe tomorrow morning we'll get some Heben Haben, Heben Globen.
Oh no, don't go changing. That's what you told me from the start. Thought you were something different. That's when it all just fell apart.
Well, the American presidential campaign is certainly heating up. Kind of feels like Donald Trump's going to be the president again. I think everyone's sort of already.
That's wild.
I know, it's insane, but it just, I feel like everyone knows that's probably going to happen.
Great for content, for like radio shows like us. Great for, gives us things to talk about.
Well, I mean, as annoying as it is, if that does happen, I just don't know if Biden's going to be around to the end of his run. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with Biden. As an Australian, and you look over at the American politics, Biden has been very boring. Sleepy Joe, very old.
Sleepy Joe.
And he doesn't really, I mean, he does do things, but it's more like he falls asleep or he falls off a bike.
Yeah, there was one, right. He sort of almost fell asleep whilst doing an address yesterday in New Hampshire. I've got a bit of audio. I just wanted to see, Ben and Belle, if you can work out what he's saying here.
Okay, so this is Joe Biden.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Huh?
Sounds like I've gone to visit my grandpa in the home.
He's obviously saying we'll teach Donald Trump a lesson.
Don't mess with the women of America.
Men and...
No, it's not men and women because I believe he's doing an address specifically to the women of that state. So I think he's trying to rally him up and he's saying...
Unless you want to benefit?
Yeah, so I think he's saying don't mess with the women of America, and then after that, it's just complete gibberish.
Let's have another listen.
To the full one?
Yeah.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
I'm sure Donald's looking at that going, I'm shaking in my boots. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, yeah, he really showed me there, didn't he? 13-24-10. Did they say it wrong? That's what we're asking this morning. I had a good one yesterday, Ben and Belle. My wife, Sarah, said, nicked it in the butt.
Oh.
Nicked it?
Nicked it in the butt instead of nipped it in the bud.
That's so cute.
She's like, yeah, we'll nick that in the butt.
That's so cute.
Is that what you thought it was this whole time? Like, you're almost 30. Nicked it in the butt. And I get it. Nipped it in the bud is pretty weird to say as well.
Nicked it in the butt.
Sounds almost...
It actually wrong, but it sounds better.
It almost sounds better. I wish that was the thing, but that's wrong. That's not the way you say it.
Because nipped it in the bud is, I believe, a gardening term where if you nip it in the bud, you stop it from growing. Like you're stopping it right there.
Yeah, that's like, we're done with that.
Yeah.
We're going to nip that in the bud.
Yep.
Stop that conversation.
Yeah,
that's what they're getting at. There was an even better one on the morning of my wedding. So I was getting ready with the groomsmen, and my dad was getting ready with us. And my dad said to me, have you seen my cumflinks? Instead of cufflinks.
Was that a stumble, or did he think they were called cumlinks?
I think it was just like a slip. Like I don't think he would Google cumflinks if he was wanted to buy some. But I just lost it because it's like, you see my cumflinks? I was like, what? Cufflinks. It's not that hard to say, but. Yeah.
No, I totally get what you're saying, Liam. My mate the other day was like, we were sitting there and he was like, oh, I hope I'm not getting a coleslaw.
Instead of a cold sore?
Instead of a cold sore.
Do you think?
And then he was like,
do you think
I
they
had one
thought it was
earlier
a
today.
coleslaw?
He's like, oh, I had a coleslaw earlier today, so I think that's why. And I was like, yeah.
You got a cold sore from a coleslaw? Yeah.
All right, 13-24-10 is our number. Did they say it wrong?
Yeah, were they not even close? Like it's like a phrase or a word. If you get your voice on air as well to tell your story, you will be in the draw to go and see Taylor Swift in our corporate box. So you could be getting a call back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Jane in Beaconsfield, tell us. They said it wrong.
Yeah, my daughter says hib hib hooray instead of hip hip hooray.
Yeah, it's simple but funny.
And it's weird. What even is hip hip? You know what I mean? Like, why do we say that?
I guess because it's hip hip hooray, like it kind of builds up to the hooray, like hip hip hooray.
I suppose why couldn't it be hip? Like
I would say hip because it's halfway up the body, so it's like hip, hip, hooray. We're at the top.
Okay, no.
That's how I interpret it.
Yeah. Who's to say you're wrong?
Thanks, Jane. You're in the draw to see Taylor Swift.
Rowan in Point Cook. They said it wrong, mate.
Yeah. My daughter, we were watching some cartoons, and typical, the baddies are getting their comeuppance, and an explosion goes off, and my daughter goes, "They've blown them." And the wife and I sort of had that silent giggle and just glossed over it quite quickly.
The up is key. Is very key in that one. Yeah, my mum actually she works she does Bowen therapy. She used to be a nurse, but now she does Bowen therapy, and
which is like massage.
Yeah, it's like massage. She has like clients coming through, and she said she had a bit of a Christmas break, so I was speaking to her on the phone the other day, and she said, "Oh, geez, there's so many people been calling, like trying to book in. I've been beating them off left, right, and centre." And I said, "Is that why you're so popular?"
How does Dad feel about that? Well, the clients you're beating off. Thanks, Rowan. That was a good one. Christina in Bass Coast. Good morning. Did you say it wrong?
Yes, so instead of saying dog eat dog world, it's doggy dog world.
That's a classic. Just a doggy. It's a doggy dog world.
That's a good one as well. Hey, you can always call us 13 24 10, but you can also text us on the Nova text line if you didn't know. 04 888 100. That's what Yasmin in Sunshine West has done. Yasmin said nobody will ever say it more wrong than George Bush. Do you remember the George Bush?
Is that the saying, and it just keeps getting?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah, I've got it here. Have a listen if you haven't heard this before.
There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee. That says, "Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, we can't get fooled again."
And so people weren't laughing in the audience. That wasn't a bit. I'm sure that's like a laugh track on a show playing it later on down the track.
Fool me once.
Fool me. You fool me. If you fool me, you
fool
me. Well, I guess. You know that classic saying, "You'll never fool me again if you fooled me at a previous juncture." 13 24 10, you can keep these coming through. Did they say it completely wrong? They weren't even close. If you get on air, you could be going to Taylor Swift. Lisa in Surrey Hills, what did they say wrong?
Well, it was my late mother-in-law who said advocado. She would say advocado every time instead of avocado. I think she firmly believed that that's the way it was said.
Just like,
that was
an AD at the start. Yeah.
25 years, and no one would ever correct her. She was a very sort of efficient sort of person, so she just spent her life saying advocado.
She said she was a very efficient person?
Officious, like quite a,
right,
kind of like a teacher. Well, she wasn't.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
There's a whole generation of kids in Surrey Hills growing up thinking it's advocado. Alicia in Doreen, when were they saying it wrong?
Oh, hi. My mum on Christmas Day decided that Tommy Hilfiger is now known as Tommy Holdfinger.
Yep. Well, Ben, to be fair, Ben did say Tommy Hilfiger for a while.
I thought for a long time it was Tommy Hilfiger, yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did, yeah.
No, you didn't.
I said, cool T-shirt once, and he's like, thanks, it's Tommy Hilfiger.
I still, if I was in public now, I don't think I'd say it out loud because I still think I'm saying it wrong. So I wouldn't have a run at it.
There's no N in it. Like, you can see that.
Yeah, but Hilfinger's more catchy.
Hey, how did you say Margot Robbie's name that time?
Oh, yeah, that was back in like 2018. We were going to interview her and we were getting ready for the interview. And when it's written down, like I know her name's Margot Robbie, but when it's written down, it reads Margaret Roggett.
Well, it definitely reads Margot.
It reads Margot, but then when you read Margot, you then say Roggett. So when I was going to interview her and call her Margot Roggett.
He did.
I psyched myself out, and I think the entire interview I just never said her name.
We're now joined by this great woman.
She was very kind, and it was a great interview. But yeah, I do remember we were pretty nervous before.
I was super nervous.
And yeah, Margaret Roggett was said just before we walked in the room. I was like, well, don't do that, okay? Because I don't know if that'll go down well. Maddie joins us now. Did they say it wrong?
Yeah, so it's a bit of an embarrassing one. So as a young child, my favourite takeaway was KFC, but I didn't understand when I was very young that it was KFC, which stood for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I thought it was KNC, so N for Nelly.
Like KNC.
Yeah, so I didn't know any better. I was a young kid, probably like 4 when I started calling it that, but it's actually quite embarrassing because it wasn't until I got to my teenage years that I actually realised it's KFC. So as I got older, I could tell that it was KFC on the sign, but my whole family sort of piled in on the joke. And even to this day, they still call it KFC.
Oh my God, they're gaslighting you. That's awful.
I know.
And I bet, Maddie, there would have been that really awkward moment when you and your family are sitting around the table and then, you realise you've been saying it wrong your whole life, and then your dad, he pops his head in the room and he says, "Did somebody say KFC?" And then you fly,
jumping around the table.
Around.
Oh,
oh, look at this. It's an original fillet burger. Yum.
That's how I like to imagine it.
Yeah. Did that happen, Maddie, or was that just us?
Sorry?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, great. Good answer, Maddie. That's how I feel.
Doja Cat painting the town red. That's what I think we do here at Nova. We paint the town red.
Oh, yeah, live life
when
Nova.
you think Nova, live life Nova. We love music.
Is that still...
Nova red.
Sorry, is that still... It was Live Life Nova. That's an old one.
That's old.
I don't think we even do that anymore.
Oh, yeah. It's like move over to Nova.
Also, We Love Music is from another station we worked at one time.
Another red radio station, yeah.
Yes, but...
Who are having a big weekend this weekend?
Well, we're also having a big weekend.
And we also do love music here.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that our thing, though? It is. Well, all radio stations love music. I mean, what else would you do in between the talking and the ads? AM stations don't love music, actually. That's true.
No.
They love news.
And the sound of their own voice. Like us, in a way.
Before we got sidetracked talking about Nova's slogan, I wanted to say...
They change it a bit, to
They
be fair.
do change it a bit, yeah. So if you go on the Nova website...
It's good to check.
Yeah.
Ash Gardner in the newsroom. What do you... I feel weird now. What do you know what the slogan is?
We love music here at Nova.
No, I don't know. I think you're making that up.
Because, let's be honest, Triple J's is We Love Music. So I feel like Nova's just said, like,
Love Nova. We love Nova.
Ours should
Love
be
Nova.
music.
No, I think
Ours
now it's
should
just
be
Love Nova.
We Love Music more.
Yes. Yeah.
We love music more than them.
Yes. And then that other one.
Who's also red.
Yeah. No, if you go on novafm.com.au, it says Nova 100, Melbourne's favourite hit music station.
Oh, isn't it?
Okay, so there's a few.
There's a few.
I
kicking
feel like
around.
Also,
somewhere.
it's a bit of fun. We're
I
a bit
feel
of
like
fun.
somewhere there is a suit or a content director listening to this in a boardroom somewhere, punching the whiteboard at the moment, being like,
We might not be
worked
here."
on this for years. We had those research meetings. We spent a great deal of money on the phrase, and not a single person on the station can remember what it is.
If we're not on air tomorrow, you know why.
It was fresh hits and throwbacks for a bit, but I know that's not a thing anymore.
No, on the website, it's still got fresh hits.
Okay, so I need a briefing. I would like a briefing after the show at some point. But just know here, you will get lots of hits, lots of current music. You'll get a bit. You get a bit of fun. You get a bit of that, and you'll get.
And we love
you'll
it.
get talk about Melbourne, and we bloody love it. We love it. I love it. Ben loves it. Belle loves it. Ash, she's loving it.
I love it.
You do. We all love it.
Love was somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that.
Nova 100 is a radio station that plays the freshest hits and throwbacks.
Are you reading the Wikipedia now? We need to get across this, guys. We really need to.
We've got to straighten up. We've got to straighten up the ship.
Let's get our keys and open up the forbidden folder. Ben and Belle.
Is this our first forbidden folder for the year?
No. Last
last
week
week
we spoke to the prison escapee.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what's great? When you do a forbidden folder before 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know it's going to be a juicy one before 7.
This is where we tackle a lot of taboo topics, things you usually wouldn't hear on the radio. And yeah, we thought we'd do this one a bit earlier. Not really for sensitive ears. I mean, I know it's school holidays, but yeah, this is not really one for kids.
We thought we'd do this one during school holidays and pre-7.
Yes,
Whoa, it's hectic.
yes. This morning's topic, sex dolls. Yeah.
And we're not talking about, like, well, I guess we could be, but it's not the plastic
Like
one.
the blow
blow-up.
up. I feel like the blow up ones are kind of like jokes for like bucks parties and that sort of stuff.
We're talking about the super realistic ones that you may have seen.
And we're joined now by a fella named Rod, who does have a pretty expensive doll named Karina. We found this because it's got its own Instagram account. Rod, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about your doll?
Yeah, just a bit over two years ago, living remotely, etc. I decided to purchase a love doll for some company, and Karina became way more than a toy, a sex toy. They're so beautiful.
Rod, is it an inside the house thing, or are you taking Karina out in the car, going on dates and that sort of thing?
Yeah, my friend who is a photographer is teaching me, and he uses the dolls as models in practice. Yeah, I take my dolls over, and he brings dolls up to my property. They're pretty much replica humans with all movable joints. They're quite posable and look good.
Do the rest of your family and friends all know about Karina? Do they support you? What was the feedback like?
Yeah, initially, of course, they thought I was crazy, but then once they actually saw the photos, and quite a lot of my family and friends have met my dolls, amazing. Like, wow.
Can I ask, for someone that was interested in purchasing one, what would a doll set somebody back?
For a good quality doll, in Australian money, you're looking at about $3,000.
Rod, are you completely, satisfied and happy with Karina, and is this you now set for life, or do you think you'll go out and find, a human partner at some point?
Yes, I do have a partner, a beautiful real girl, and we going to have a long future together.
And so, Rod, where is Karina now? So obviously we're speaking on the phone. Is she in bed somewhere? Is she in her own room? Where do you put her?
Karina's standing in the lounge room with 2 other dolls that were sent to me to do promotional photos for companies.
Mm-hmm.
So we joke that one day when I'm retiring from dolls, we'll have a big clear-out sale.
I don't know how many buys you'd have for a second-hand sex doll, Rod. I'm not going to lie.
Well, is there a market, Rod? Can you buy second-hand ones online, or are they all new?
Yeah, there's a doll forum based in America that's got thousands of members all over the world, and they've got a comprehensive listing of second-hand dolls with photos and descriptions and information.
Wow.
They're very easy to clean. I've used a toilet seat before from someone else and clean it. It's the same.
Yeah.
They're food-grade material. Good to keep them clean.
Especially if you're selling it on, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good as gold. I think the majority of people who own dolls treat them with respect. They love women. That's why they have a doll, because they want to have a beautiful woman in their house. I think people get carried away, but generally speaking, it's not as big a deal as what you all think.
Well, Rod, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us on Nova this morning.
Have a beautiful day. Awesome.
There's been a Bluey episode that's been censored.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Why? Why's that?
Well, apparently in America, they couldn't handle the language.
Oh, surely. No, there's not language in
Well,
Bluey, is there, Ben?
I've got the bit of the show here that they've censored. So this is the Australian version.
All right, Dingleberries, let the holiday begin.
Yeah, holiday!
America couldn't handle it. They changed Dingleberries to Super Troopers.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
The dad was saying it about and to the kids, like, come on,
Come on, you dingleberries.
Yeah,
You know
which is endearing.
Yeah, you know what a dingleberry is, right?
Yeah,
Belle?
I would not call my child that.
I would. A little Dingleberry.
Come here, you little dingleberry.
Yeah, it's like you're calling your kid like a little turd,
But it's-
essentially.
Yeah,
But it's
a
like
little
cute-
piece of.
It's a cute way of saying it. It's like, come on, you little turd. Like, come on, you little Dingleberry.
It's just it's so gross.
gross.
I just picture things in my head when I hear that word, and I don't.
Yeah,
like it.
I think the older term for it was a Mustang.
I've never heard it called a Mustang.
It's like not in, it's not out there for it, Mustang.
Ash in the newsroom. What do you? So, do you call it a Dingleberry or something else?
I would have said it was a dag. Like sheeps get dags on them and they need to be cut off.
Yeah.
But then I guess you'd also call someone a dag, like
Yeah, you can be daggy wear daggy clothing.
like if they're wearing cargo shorts or whatever.
That's hilarious. They're like, oh, let's censor dingleberries, but you can buy a gun if you're 7. that's all good. Yeah, no, we've got our heads screwed on right. Yeah, the Powerball's on tonight. Jackpotting at $150 million. Didn't go off last time. We bought a show ticket. People calling through with numbers, and we always like to be in it to win it.
Yeah, and we were saying if we get our listeners to call up and share their numbers, then we all share in the winnings together. Now, it turns out we over-trusted the listeners of this show.
Yeah, no, we
because
didn't get a single number.
Didn't get a single number, and the ticket didn't hit. So that's why we thought, what's another way we can try and find the right numbers?
Yeah, we could bring in a friend and receptionist here at Nova 100, Vicki, who is also psychic. Are you psychic, Vicki?
Look,
I might have a bit of a psychicness in me.
There's a bit of something.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
Because I know you've sort of you play soothing music and you've got like crystals and there's like
you
things.
do mindful Mondays.
I do
Nova.
mindful Mondays. Yeah, get those energies happening.
Yep.
You're wearing lots of beads and stuff at the moment.
I am indeed.
In my head,
that means she's psychic.
Well, no, it just felt. I feel like there is a different astral plane that you're connecting to that our third eye isn't open to yet. And when we thought who would be the best to pick the numbers, we thought Vicki. It was the obvious man that came
Tapping
to
into it.
All right, so get out your pen and paper because these are going to be the winning numbers for tonight's $150 million Powerball. Vicki, we're going to need 7 numbers between 1 and 35, and then we need the Powerball, which is between 1 and 20. So let's get the 7 numbers first. What numbers are you vibing?
Yeah, is there any numbers that are sort of coming to you?
Let me just hang on. Let me get the first number. I'd say 3.
Okay.
3.
I can see
feeling
a
about
3 in there.
Yep, that's good. As in like 33 or 3?
No, just
three.
single
Just
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 20. 20.
20.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah, I like that.
Go with your
4.
psychic gut.
I don't know.
4.
4.
All right, back down to 4.
Back
okay.
to 4. What?
Yep.
26.
26.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
26.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And let's say 11.
Legs 11.
Legs 11.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Oh, what?
Hey, 7.
Oh,
7.
7.
Yeah, 7,
All right.
11. It all matches.
Who wants a $2 coffee? All right. One more, Vic.
Last one.
And the last one, I would say 18.
18.
Okay,
Cool.
so you've given us 3, 24, 26, 11, 7 and 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
we need the all-important
Okay.
Powerball between 1 and 20.
All right. I don't know. It's just the year, the
Mm-hmm.
year of the 8. So I think 8.
She's going 8.
8.
So we want to lock that in.
8,
All right.
infinity and beyond.
Whoa. No, I feel
do
really
it.
good about these
So
numbers.
yeah, that's 150 mil going to the show if we win that one. We're going to be really angry as well if we don't win, Vicky.
I will be too. I hope I win something to leave the
so
country. No.
Percentage-wise, Vicky, $150 million. Percentage-wise, how much do you think you're entitled to by picking the numbers?
I'm happy with maybe 30%.
Oh, jeez, that's pretty steep. Steep there, Vicky.
No,
You're trying to strong-arm us
yes,
here.
mate.
We
You know
thought
what?
we'd have you on for a fun segment. You want 30%, you know?
Got to look after yourself. You know what I mean?
All right, Vicky, if these numbers win, we're guaranteeing you a 30% payout.
Okay. And if they don't win, it might be in Saturday's Tats Lotto instead.
Okay.
Maybe I'm mixing it all up.
All right, well, yeah, you could be getting around $45 million tomorrow.
All right, you are on Nova with Ben, Liam, and Belle. Also joined by Vicki, our Nova receptionist, who
/psychic.
/psychic.
Yeah. Still trying to work out if you're psychic, you just wear cool beads or not, but I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. We will. That is the ultimate acid test, isn't it?
No worries. May the force be with you guys. Okay.
Also a Star Wars fan.
Thanks, Vicky.
How good is his voice? Teddy Swims, Lose Control on Nova. You are here with Ben, Liam, and Belle. The show's brought to you by our great mates at What If. It's Aussie for travel.
No need to rub it in, Teddy. We get it. You can swim. Not everyone can. I'm not a very strong swimmer. I can not drown, but I can't swim without I can't do that thing where my head's in the water and I put it out left to right.
What, freestyle?
Yeah, like proper swimming.
Yeah, I keep my head out the whole time like a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, I'm the same, Liam.
What the hell?
I'll put my hand up
Yeah,
and
but
say
he would-
I'm also
he-
not a great swimmer.
If he came off a boat, he would be okay.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yes,
what I mean?
but it's all about reserving energy. So if you're swimming like that, you're gonna get tired quicker, and then if you need to be treading water for ages, you're done.
I tried to sign my son up for swimming lessons,
He's
little
not
Freddie.
even one.
Well, he's 5.5 months, and I called the YMCA because they do swimming lessons.
Yeah, that's where I did my that
Was it?
Ashburton
Was it
YMCA.
really?
That's where I learned to swim.
That's
yeah.
the one. And I called them and said, I've got an infant, I want to enroll him for swimming lessons. And they said, how old is he? I said, 5.5 months. They said, he's too young.
Yeah.
And I was like, he'll be fine. Like, I'll hold him.
No.
And they said, no, he's too young. And I was like, oh, come on.
But he's not gonna.
You're trying to start
So
in
instead, I'm going
early.
to go to the ocean. I'm just going to do it myself.
He's gonna make a mini Ian Thorpe.
Yeah. Project Thorpe. Project Klim starts 5.5 months. Ben seeing the Olympics is coming up this year. He's like, I want an Olympian.
Jeez.
4 Olympics time, I want one.
Hey, here at Nova, well, and also just what I would say is I think it's good to teach kids how to swim as young as possible
Absolutely.
because I don't ever want him to fall into the water and not know how to swim. So for me, I'm like 6 months old. I want him to learn as quick as possible.
Yeah, but I think that's too young. I think
No,
it has
I
to be a
know-
point where they
I know he's-
actually learn.
Belle, I know he's not going to start swimming like
He's not gonna
Ian
be doing,
Thorpe,
like, breaststroke.
but I want him to be confident in the water. So if he does fall in the water, he's not scared. Like he's like, oh, I know this feeling.
And same with combat, because early you want to teach someone how to street fight because you don't want a kid in a situation where they can't defend themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you should train your son as a small sort of swimming ninja. Yeah, I think that's good. Just give them the skills, the tools they need for life.
Ben, Liam, and Belle's Casheoke.
Whoa, Casheoke, and that's what it's all
about.
Whoa!
No, I think, Liam, you come in too soon.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
No, it's not. It's that's what it's all about.
You know what?
That's
It wouldn't
what
matter.
It's all about. Yeah.
In a real game of Casheoke that we play at 8 o'clock every morning, as long as you get the lyrics right, it's fine. Shannon, Morty, Alec, you'd like to play this morning. Is this your first time hearing this?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're not normally listening around 8
Oh,
o'clock?
no. I have heard it the last couple of days.
It's your first time playing it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
See,
I
I'm all
get you.
nervous.
Have you been annoyed at a couple of the other ones being like, oh my God, I know that. I would have won $1,000 there.
Yeah, and now I'm going to be annoyed that I'll get the hard one.
Nah, Shannon, honestly, like what normally happens is we try and pick them in the morning and producer Andy, he gave me a test. I got it. I'm pretty sure Belle got it
I
as
got it
well.
right.
I didn't get it.
Okay. So that's, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think it's a very popular song.
The trick is not to overthink it either, Shannon. Just pretend you're in your car, it's playing on the radio, you just sing along, and whatever comes out, go for it.
Super simple. It's Casheoke on Nova.
Yeah, we're going to need the next 9 words. Shannon, let's play Casheoke.
I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms.
Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars.
Let's find out.
Kiss me under the light of 1,000.
You've won it, Shannon!
Thank you so much.
The first Casheoke winner. You've got $1,000.
Thanks so much, guys.
No worries. Thank
Beautiful
you.
voice, Shannon.
Oh, thanks. You're making me blush.
Shannon, yeah, you are actually a good singer. Normally people just like, kiss me under the light of 10 stars or something like that. But you've just, you sung it right. You got all the lyrics right. That's perfect.
Simple as that. Casheoke on Nova every single morning at 8 a.m. You just got to finish the lyrics.
Belle, question for you. Just something Ben and I have noticed lately. Are you an influencer now?
Why do you say that?
Are you trying to be an influencer?
Why do you say that?
Well, I've as of like the last couple of months, I'm like, I think I'm friends with an influencer now.
What, me and my 5,000 followers?
No, but
Ooh,
I
really
just-
influencing a lot of people.
I've noticed there's a little bit more #gifted sort of which is like influencer talk.
Yes, because I'm not an influencer, but because
But you're trying to be an influencer.
Well, no, I got
It's
some...
okay. It's okay to be. No, but I want to know because you never told us, hey guys, I'm going to be an influencer now.
It feels like a chat we would have had where you sat down and said, hey guys, I'm a radio host full time, but on the side, I'm going to be an influencer.
But I'm not an influencer because I have no followers.
But you're trying to
and
be
that's
an
the
influencer.
problem.
But that's okay.
So in this day and age, with this job, I have been told, and we've talked about this on the show before, I don't have a blue tick. I don't really post a lot. It's not great for this, the era that we're in. Everybody's on socials, all of that. So I've just been given some advice of, hey, you should probably try and grow your Insta. So
And that's
you need to
great.
be posting more. You need to be doing some more. And I was like, okay, cool. But I'm also a person that I'm not filming everything I do. I'm not making beautiful
Like,
reels.
hey guys, come get ready for me for this
Yeah,
one.
I don't do
So
that.
I reckon you're 6 months away from that.
It feels like we're warming.
Honestly, we're warming up to
well,
that.
there is a little trend I wanted to film with you guys today to put on my Insta. So
I reckon
maybe.
we can do that. I reckon honestly, we're 6 months away from us opening up Instagram and seeing you do like a get ready with Belle Jackson. in the morning.
Some people, like, and I get you do, you're on the radio and stuff. I've had friends that are just, they're like teachers, and then they're like influencers now. They're like gym influencers.
Yeah, because they're good at what they do. Obviously, I'm not good at it though. That's the problem.
I always find it funny if
I don't know
someone's
what I'm
got
doing.
like just like a standard amount of followers, like I don't know, 800 followers or whatever, and they're like giving promo codes out. That's like mainly to your family and friends, right?
Oh, Belle, you did a story yesterday, and it contained because it was for an airline, and you did hashtag fly well.
Fly better.
Don't get it wrong. It's actually
I'm
fly
sorry.
better.
So, okay, all right.
Emirates,
Here's my
hashtag fly better.
explanation.
Who was it? Emirates,
Two
was
things. Number one,
Hashtag
so
fly
I
better.
get stressed about like legalities of when you're invited to something versus when you've been paid for something. So it was like, all right, well, you should do like hashtag gifted when it's something for free, so it doesn't look like you're being paid to do that. Whereas if you are paid, you do like sponsored or whatever. So you know how you guys have been like complaining?
The inner workings of being an influencer.
You're getting a real insight this morning.
You know how you've been complaining and harumphing around about how I've been invited to a few things recently.
Well, it's because you're an influencer now.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So when you go to something, to an event, and you say to them, hey, if I post something, what would you like me to hashtag? And they say, oh, could you please tag this and hashtag that? And you do it, and then you get a lovely thank you message from them. And guess what? You're invited to the next thing. And guess who's not? You guys over here giving me crap.
I also actively don't want to go to those things. And
Well,
when I do go to them,
like,
I then
Belle's going to so many events.
I
over
then
the
rag
summer.
them on air, and then get in trouble because I made fun of them on air. Also, I find it ironic, Belle, that you are going to like an Emirates thing and you've got a fear of flying. There's a little bit of irony in that. Hashtag fly better. Fear of flying.
Hashtag I need Flanagan to knock myself out for the fly better. I'll fly better if I
Hashtag
pass
fly
out.
better, but I don't remember it.
Hashtag give me a few gins and some Flanagan because I need to be out for this entire thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be freaking out.
Shush.
But
I love
look,
flying.
Belle. We are with you. We are with you. We want you to fly better. I'm happy for you to be gifted. I'm glad it's all out there now, Belle. As an influencer, it's nice to know.
But I'm not because I don't have like any followers.
But that's
what
fine. You can
I'm
still,
trying to
like,
know.
look-
You're sitting over here with your 70,000 followers or some crap.
I think he's got 80.
89 actually, but it's no need to
Yeah.
get into
So you're sitting pretty. Ben doesn't care.
it. Well, I'm not posting gifted.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like build. Oh,
Belle,
whatever.
No, it's okay. No. Look,
as your friends,
I'm with you, and I'm digging it. I'm liking it. And
Yeah.
I would like, because to be honest, sometimes you might be driving to work right now going, well, this stinks. There's people in the world that literally, they just like post stuff on Instagram and that's their job. Wouldn't that be a cool job? They get to go to free stuff and they get like money from it. I would like to hear from other influencers this morning, or people with friends who are deciding, okay, I'm going to be an influencer now. Maybe if you're sort of at a similar stage,
transition period,
you're sort of like, I'm doing it. Like this is my year of. Maybe your goal for this year was like, I'm going to be an influencer.
Yeah.
13, 24, 10.
You can't
is
deny
the
it. It's the world we live in. People go, they make a decision. I'm going to be an influencer.
Dude, it's a sweet gig. Yeah. Like if you can sustain that. Amazing.
13, 24, 10. Do you have a friend who's trying to be an influencer? Or alternatively, are you trying to be an influencer?
Liam's trying as well, may I say, just quickly.
How so?
You're doing what is that video you did the other day?
Yeah, I did.
I'd say Liam's trying to be a TikToker.
Yeah, you're trying to be like a content creator.
I think Liam's like a content creator. Yeah, you're right.
I'm not an influencer. I'm a content creator. Actually, it's different.
You're doing skits and
Yeah, that's
stuff.
a fair call, Bill.
Yeah, no.
All right, 13.
I'll take that.
13, 24, 10. Do you have a friend who's trying to be an influencer?
Maybe you could collab post with Belle.
Hey!
You could maybe some companies could send you some stuff. You could hashtag gifted.
Absolutely.
13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz on Nova right now if you've decided you'd like to be an influencer, or if you've got a friend who's trying to be an influencer. And if you get your voice on air, you'll be in the draw for Taylor Swift, a corporate box. And let me tell you something. Influencers love free stuff, so it's the perfect talk topic for you.
The reason we're talking about this is because Liam and I have realised over the last kind of, I guess, couple of months that our co-host over here and friend Belle Jackson has started making the transition from Joe Blow to influencer.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the perks. I hope your influencing goes well, and we can start getting hashtag gifted as well. That would be nice.
Look, I'm doing it also, like I said, it's in this day and age, it's a nice little backup to have. Hey, my socials are going well, that's good.
You can make some more money.
If all else fails, then we're okay. But it was cool because I started like posting stuff about going op shopping, and then like Salvo stores followed me. They started resharing my stuff. Like it is fun. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge me.
We're not judging you.
We're super supportive, and we're saying that's awesome.
But I
Get it.
also don't have like any followers, so I'm not really influencing.
Fine. Isabel joins us now. Izzy, are you trying to be an influencer, or you know someone who is?
I'm personally not, but my sister always gets me to take photos of her or just her friends, and she's always just glancing off to the side, looking at something off camera.
Mm-hmm. How many followers has she got?
She's only got like 600.
But that you've got to start somewhere. Is she getting like Christmas presents from mum and dad and then going #gifted?
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I'm not at that candid point yet. Like you've seen my stuff. I'm not like I'm not doing the look of.
I mean, the photo you did yesterday was pretty candid.
No, it wasn't. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's like you in the Emirates Lounge.
#flying better. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I went to a premiere last week, and there was like a media wall, and there was so many like influencers getting photos there. And they were all, there was no smiling, like all just like the foot in front, like, oh, yeah, I'm here. Like, I can't do that. I was doing the millennial like, hand on hip, like,
Maybe you're a real influencer.
Yeah.
People love that.
Yeah.
Victoria joins us now in Maribyrnong. Are you the influencer, or you know someone who's sort of starting out?
I'm the influencer. I'm Victoria Bazzano.
Oh, Vic, your phone line's a
Phone line
little bit
broke up.
dodgy. Sorry. You're the influencer.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
How long you been influencing for?
Close to about 8 years now.
Oh,
did you say Victoria Bazzano before?
Yes.
Felt like you were getting the plug in early there for the socials. Yep. You don't waste an opportunity.
Why not?
Yeah.
How many followers do you have, Vic?
So I have about 3,500 on Facebook, but on my Instagram is close to, I think, 2,800 on my business
right.
page.
And so when did you decide you were like, hey, I'm sick of all these people getting free stuff and getting money from social media. I am now going to start influencing. Did you had that moment like 8 years ago?
Yeah, well, initially it started off as a business plan, but then I saw what everybody else was doing and making money out of other people's products. So I was approached and I thought, well, why not utilise the space for this as well?
When you say you were approached by who?
Oh, different companies, jewellery, fashion, beauty.
Yeah, right. So are you posting like promo codes?
Yes, yeah, they'll, produce, obviously send something about their product. I'll buy it at a reduced price and then I'll promote it.
I see.
I'm not at that level yet.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
would you be interested in collab posts potentially?
Yes, of course. I met one of your colleagues, Megan, on the weekend at the at the tennis. And we had a great conversation, and she was really excited to meet me. And anyway, we started a conversation.
Wow, the cogs are turning.
Cogs
Things
are
are
turning
happening.
here.
Are you coming for my job? What's going
I
on here?
Yeah. Bell's like, hang up, Victoria, hang up.
This is why I need to get my
Feels like,
shit sorted.
I mean, if
Can you see what I'm up against?
Tori, if Bell's ever sick, we'll keep your number. It's always good to have an
It
influencer.
also, Victoria's gone now, but for me, it felt a little bit like Victoria was getting scammed because she said, they DM me, I buy their stuff at a reduced price, but she's still buying
No,
it.
that's how it works though, because they always say like, hey, if you buy this, we'll give you like 30% off,
That
and
seems
then
like a pyramid
if you
scheme.
get a discount, you share your discount code, and then
That's a pyramid scheme.
those people that buy stuff, you get a little bit.
That's a pyramid scheme. That's what that is. That's the definition of a pyramid scheme.
Well,
13, 24, 10. Have you been pyramid scammed? Have you been scammed? I can see you grinning because you think I've forgotten, don't you? You think I've forgotten this morning? Mm-hmm. You thought I was going to trip up and that would be the end of it.
seems Jamie Rowe needs to come on earlier. Oh no, we have to leave.
No,
we got a little bit of time.
No, yeah, I have been. If you've not heard this yet, I've been doing a little song every morning so far this year. I'm going to do one every morning for the entire year.
It was a promise Liam made in December last year. He said 2024 will be the year of his little songs.
And I've won Ben over. I'm still waiting for you, Belle.
They haven't been about anything.
They are. They're
and we
about
haven't-
songs.
Like, usually people on socials be like, that was a great bit, and like, love that. And we've had no feedback on this.
Probably because people are gobsmacked. They can't believe I'm actually going this far. You know, they're probably like, they can't actually believe it.
They go to write a status or whatever, and they drop their phone.
It's like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's super nuts.
Okay.
Anyway, geez, how many have I done now?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I mean, here we are. I'm at 9.
If you're having writing problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 9 little songs, and this is one. I'm on the song patrol because that's how I roll. Belle wants the segment's casket closed. She's got beef with the songs she thinks are weak, like she's got beef in the pies she eats. If you don't like the lyrics, you can press fast forward, but nothing's gonna stop me making more. If you miss the other songs, I feel bad for you, son. I've done 9 little songs, and that was one. Hit me.
Only little. That's all you get. Not a big one.
Liam,
Dude, that was
you've
your-
done the same thing again.
Liam,
You've
that was
just-
your best one yet.
Thank you.
You've made a song about making the songs, and the last trend of the last 3 have just been the number that you're up to, and the last trend of the last 2 has just been that I eat meat, which I don't. It's nothing to do with anything.
I
Dude,
didn't.
that was fire.
Did you see how I said you've got beef with the segment?
Yeah.
And then what I did is I said
beef in her pies.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain it.
And if you didn't know, Belle claims to be vegetarian, but she has been caught multiple times eating beef pies.
Okay, I had to eat one once.
I almost want to hear that again.
No. Hold your horses. It will be in the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast later on today. See, this is the thing with little songs. They're very Moorish because I always leave the audience wanting more.
So I can't play it again?
No. But
Oh.
I'll give you one promise. You'll get another little song tomorrow, buddy.
And that's why I keep coming back to Nova.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.